let's make some food today. I found these king oyster mushrooms. I have been looking for these. Well, now I see them all the time, but they're usually really expensive. These I found for $2.99, which I felt was at least a somewhat reasonable price, and I want to try them. I have seen absolutely probably every vegan that has ever existed batter these and deep fry them and basically make a vegan fried chicken. So I'm gonna go that route. I'm gonna prep these and get them battered and deep fried. And we're gonna try them two ways. I want to try them just as a standard like fried chicken with maybe some mashed potatoes or something, the way that fried chicken is eaten. And also I want to make a buffalo chicken sandwich, because that's the way I would usually do a fried chicken, whatever, like a chicken strip or a chicken patty or something, is I would make a buffalo chicken sandwich out of it. So let's try it both ways, see if one or either is good. So the instructions say that you don't want to wet these, but you do want to clean them. So I'm taking a wet, a damp paper towel and wiping. These are actually really clean. I feel like these were pre-cleaned or something, but I'll give them a clean just in case. And then I'm just going to remove and discard the firmer bit that's at the very bottom of some of them. Because these are pre-chopped into pieces, I don't think I'll even need to remove that much. I'm going to be very loosely following this recipe by Cooking with Aya. So sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. But I'm going to, of course, just deviate a little bit. And of course, I just eyeball everything. So the recipe calls for about 1.5 teaspoons of these spices. Only mine are switched out a little bit from hers, but same general gist. Well, that's not looking very colorful. Let me go back in with a little bit more. So I transferred most of that flour mixture to a larger bowl, but I kept behind 1/3 cup of this flour mixture. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of water. We're going to mix this together to make a batter. This batter is a pretty thin consistency. When they said batter, I was imagining something thicker, but this is batter. So I think we're good to go. At this point, I'm going to start battering my mushrooms. So I'm going to do one hand for the wet, one hand for the dry, and the recipe suggests to double batter these. So that's what I'm going to do. Get it nice and coated. It's to make it extra crispy, which I definitely like the sound of extra crispy. There we go. Let's do a couple of them, and then we'll fry them up. My dog's absolutely losing their mind behind me. There's a literal construction site outside my door. They're building a elementary school literally across from my house. But that's either not there nor here nor there. What's the saying? Well, 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 how the turntables. What am I even saying, you guys? All right, let's do maybe one more, and then I'll fry these up, because I want to do a little test just to make sure that this is going to go the way that it's supposed to go. Just one more coat here. Okay, that looks like it's gonna fry up pretty nicely. Out of the pan and onto this wire rack. I'm gonna just, make do with this thing. I think I might have actually overcooked mine just a little bit. They cook up super fast. Dude, look at that. That looks like a little chicken nugget, from KFC or something. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed with the batter. Honestly, I have some trouble with vegan batter and getting it to stick. So now I know the technique. Mix a part of it with water and then do the double back and forth. That really worked. Dude, this is kind of tripping me out. Like, let's do like a midway point taste test just because I want to know if I'm actually going to eat this before I fry them all up. You know what I mean? Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Nope. That wasn't a good... Ew. This was hard. It was really hard. I can't bite through the mushroom. So it just like slid out of the casing. Okay, hold on. Revisit. Do I need to cook the mushrooms first before I coat them? Is that... Let me reference the recipe. I don't think it called for anything. Man, the recipe did not call for anything I didn't do. So let me try a different piece. Like maybe that piece was just not the best piece. The mushrooms are not like pulling apart. They're very, very dense and chewy. Ow. And hot. The batter tastes good. The whole mushroom just slides out of the batter when you try to take a bite out of it. So that's not working out. But the batter's good. But I ended up adding way more spices to my batter than she suggested anyways. This recipe by tiffanyrayyt suggests that it needs to cook for about 3 minutes on each side. So maybe I just didn't cook it for long enough. Let me cook it on a little bit lower heat for longer and see if that cooks the mushroom more inside. Let's try one more because it seemed like basically I was eating it from this direction. It seems like if you eat it from like, you know, against the grain or whatever, it would tear a little bit better. Ah, fuck. Nope. All right. No. I don't want this batter to go to waste though, so I'm gonna dice this tofu. This is half a block of tofu, cubed, battered, fried, and then drained on paper. I put some Frank's on this, and I've got some ranch style dressing. Let's see what we're working with now. I feel like the texture is still going to be off. Mine's a little bit too soft because, as you saw, I didn't press and drain mine because this is too impromptu. But actually, yeah, if you press this, well, and also you could do a different shape than a cube too. That would be a better thing as well if you did like, well, in this application with the Frank's and ranch, I would do it into like little slabs so that it could be a patty, right? To go on a sandwich. Okay. As you can see, that I can work with though. Like I said, if you're gonna do anything that I'm doing here, I really don't recommend doing much of anything that I'm doing here. This is more of us just kind of hanging out. But okay. But if you're gonna do this, press the tofu. This is very much giving buffalo wings, so let's go with this whole impromptu, not quite right meal and do a pizza quesadilla to go with it. I also added these perfectly sauteed and not at all burnt onions to the top. And we're gonna fry that up. This is not at all even close to what I set out making, not even the ingredients of it, but it does look bomb. Let's go eat. All right, I'm gonna be real careful with all this pizza and buffalo sauce on my bed. That was so good. I put these back in the oven. Not back in, but I put these in the oven with some sauce on them to keep them warm while I made the quesadilla. As I said, it definitely has too soft of a texture. I would greatly advise that you press your tofu if you're gonna like make something like this, like wings or something out of it. But of course, it still tastes super good. All the flavors are there. A little dance. The texture is just not quite right. Okay. Go ahead, Chi. Oh. I thought he was asking me to come in here. Chibi. Go sit down. Right here. Go sit down. He was right outside the door. Go all the way down. Nobody's getting anything. I just... Well, so that was like an ordeal trying to make those mushrooms. It's kind of a big job. You gotta like make the batter and fry them. And I never really like working with oil. So I suggest you like know that you like it first. I'm glad that I stopped after those first couple to see if I actually liked it, because it looked so good. The batter, 10 out of 10. And I like how well it the batter stuck to things. Like that's the problem with vegan batters in my experience. Dude, I'm going in on these tofu bites. These are good. What on earth was I saying? I think I might have jumped around from point to point there, but my whole thing I was trying to say was that it's just a lot of work to do the mushrooms. So make sure you know you love mushrooms, because the batter looked amazing, 10 out of 10, but the mushrooms inside were just way too chewy for me. I don't like a chewy mushroom. I'm pretty particular about mushrooms as it is. Some of them I do like, though. I'm starting to like branch in certain ways. Most of my life they've been a hard no. Any mushroom, hard no. I'm starting to branch them in a little bit. But I'm still pretty particular about it. They have to be done in the right way. And like large chunks of chewy mushrooms is not it for me. Let's see. I don't know about this quesadilla. It's looking a little soft. There's like a lot of sauce going on in there. She was making a weird sound. I doubt you could hear it. Yeah, wow. This is really soft. But it looks good. Stop it right now. That's the one of the parts with pepper jack in it. It's got a little bit of spiciness. Oh, that's so good. That scratches my pizza itch that I've had lately. I think the timeline of things is going to get a little funky here. This video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it up on Christmas for anybody who like needs somebody to eat Christmas dinner with or something like that. But I'm filming it a couple days early. So basically, I wanted to make sure to eat all of the saucy red things today, because I'm going to go get my teeth whitened. literally tomorrow. So I'm gonna eat pizza sauce and maybe drink a little red wine. Probably not, but that was just on the list. I don't know why I said that. I don't really drink red wine. I hardly drink wine at all. Little tangent there for you. But basically, I'm just gonna eat like pizza sauce and berries and certain things that I'm not gonna want to eat like in the following days after I get my teeth done. I've never got my teeth whitened before, but I'm really excited about it. It'll be its own video though, so I won't go on too much about it here. But that explains the buffalo sauce. I had to eat this meal. I thought, like we started out, I thought I was going to do like buffalo chicken sandwich with those mushrooms. So I need to be able to eat that before I did my teeth. Okay, dude, the pizza quesadilla is actually probably even better than the tofu bites. But the texture of it is off too. Because it's like really soft and soggy. But it's fine. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Where does one end? Okay. I don't know where one ends and the other begins, but I don't want to get too messy here. So, that's why I brought this fork in here, because it seemed like I might need it. Well, also for the bites, though. Like I said, I am recording this a couple days early. On actual Christmas Day, I'm gonna basically just spend it with my mom, do the very stereotypical the white people family Christmas things. We're gonna just hang out, socialize with each other, catch up, have a meal together, and open some presents and do all that. We've got a couple of young kids in the family still, so mostly our Christmases are focused on them. We had a long phase there where there weren't any young children in the family, and then kind of all of a sudden there's a lot of them. Well, it has been for a while now, but anyways, the point is there was quite a while where we really didn't do much up on Christmas. And I really, really missed it because as a child, in my childhood, my mom went all out for Christmas. Now, we were pretty poor, but you can do a lot for Christmas when you get creative. You know what I mean? If you're a creative poor person. And my mama was. Did you see the other dog looming on the side? I think her nose just poked in. She's so funny. I didn't really think that through when I called Chibi to come in. Of course, everybody thought I was going to offer some food. But so it's nice to have some kids back in the family, and we really like go big on Christmas again, which is really nice. As you saw in a previous video, I handmade my Christmas presents this year. I've been crocheting. That's another thing. I don't know, for some reason, I think I've just like officially gotten old, if you will. And by that, I don't mean like my age or the number or anything at all. I just mean like I just feel mentally very, very different. Like I just feel like my priorities have shifted. I feel like the things that excite me, the things that like bring me thrill and rush have very much changed. Like I'm just so excited for like bargain shopping and homemade crafts and things like that recently. So I made some homemade crochet gifts for everybody in the fam, which is fun. Baby, move. precious. You're not getting none. But you're pretty as fuck. Really has not been that cold at all this winter. Which she is very excited about. She hates the winter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure we're going to get cold. I'm sure we're going to get cold and snowy. I'm just saying it's coming on a little late. Girlie don't mind. Are you going to lay down? Okay, then that's fine. Girlie don't mind the cold. She loves to go lay in the snow. It's like those videos of the huskies where everybody on TikTok will be like, "Oh my god, animal, the poor animal, you're leaving out in the snow," and then they try to call the husky, and there's like the husky will completely ignore them. They're like, "No thanks, I'm good here in this snow pile." She's not to that level, obviously, but that's what it reminds me of, because she'll be out there for a long time. Be like, "Are you sure you're not cold?" It's kind of like in the summer when Chibi will lay out in 115-degree heat in the sun, and I'll have to like be very vigilant to make sure that he's not overheating. Same way, I've got to make sure that her paws are not freezing, because I'm an anxious mama. But they're always fine. I'm surprised how hot and cold they can take it. This is so good. The onions are really adding to it. Onions are another thing. Mushrooms and onions and peppers were a no-go for me. I grew up an extremely picky eater. I'm getting a lot better at it. Baby, move. Move. Right here. Lay down. Stay, baby. I grew up an extremely picky eater. Or, what I was going to correct myself to say was that I think I've just kind of like learned how to cook a lot better. No offense to my like white people family, but I didn't really learn a lot about cooking from them. I did, honestly. I grew up mostly on cheese sticks and microwave meals. Can you tell? So I always thought I didn't like these things. Because, for example, like the side vegetable would just be like boiled broccoli. Like, just plain boiled broccoli with like maybe a little bit of butter on top. No wonder I thought I didn't like broccoli. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things like that. Where now that I've learned certain ways of cooking them, I don't mind. Like, for example, onions are really, really good when you saute them. Like a lot. Like, what are they called? Like caramelized. When you almost caramelize them. And again, like I said, I burnt these ones a little bit instead of caramelizing them. Didn't cook them slow enough. I am working my way through this. But they were close enough that it's still giving that taste for sure. That good, like caramelized onion taste. That sweetness a little bit. So, last bite. Cheers. That was surprisingly good. Okay. For not at all what I was planning or expecting or wanting. Not at all. Not knowing at all what the heck I was doing every step of the way. That turned out super good. Oh my gosh. And I think the universe just like scratched that pizza itch for me before I the universe, are you kidding me? I'm just fat and in America. Of course there's pizza. The universe put pizza in my life. Was that like the fattest thing I've ever said? Should I be like maybe embarrassed about Should I be embarrassed that I just said that? The universe put pizza in my life. All right. This guy's literally shaking. Stop. Your dramatics are not gonna work on me, little guy. None for silly Chibi. Pizzas for Tiffany. Thank you for joining me. If you like that video, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up down below. Subscribe while you're hanging out down there. And I will see you in another upcoming video, but this will definitely be the last one for Vlogmas. So I hope you've had a very Merry Christmas. Bye.